This is Hindraf's official response to the Prime Minister's request to talk. On the 29th of August 2012, Hindraf made open request to the Prime Minister, Dato' Sri Najib, and to the Prime Minister in waiting, Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim, to open discussion with us to look for comprehensive, permanent and practical solutions to the long-standing socio-economic problems of the Indian poor. Only Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim responded to that request, and since then we have begun talks with him and his team. We have had 2 meetings and a few more are scheduled shortly. Our discussions are centered around Hindraf's 5-year blueprint to bring the Indian poor into the mainstream national development based on our 18 points demand. 3 days ago, the Prime Minister, for his part, has called us for talks with him, citing the need to include wider sections of the Indian community on critical issues facing the community. It is very late in the day that he is coming up with such a suggestion. The Indian poor have had 55 long and painful years of oppression and marginalization, and we in Hindraf who speak up for them have had 5 years of incarceration and suppression in the hands of Dato' Sri Najib's government. Since the announcement made by Dato' Sri Nazri, we have received hundreds of phone calls from Hindraf well-wishers from throughout the country. Our Hindraf leaders from all 8 states had their respective meetings with their state coordinators to gather feedback to respond to this call. This morning, the top Hindraf leadership, including all the state leaders, met and decided to give the PM the benefit of doubt. In today's meeting, concerns were raised about the sincerity of the call, and we are concerned that this is only tied into the looming general elections. We are not exactly enthusiastic about the invitation. However, we have decided to give him the benefit of the doubt. We now urge the Prime Minister to officially lift the ban imposed on Hindraf on October 13, 2008, unjustly by the Home Minister, and this is to facilitate the meeting. It does not make sense for the Prime Minister to be meeting the leaders of a banned organization. So long as the ban is in place, we do not think the conditions are right for Hindraf to move to the next step. At the outset, we would like to inform the PM that for the talks to produce any meaningful results, he must be ready to leave his current box of thinking and be able to come out far with us to seriously consider our suggestions for solutions. Our suggested solutions are permanent, comprehensive and practical. On the 25th of November, at our 5th anniversary of the Grand Hindraf Rally of November 2007, we will be revealing our 5-year blueprint to bring the Indian poor into the mainstream of national development. This is our prioritized plan for the next 5 years, derived from our 18 points demand to the UMNO government given originally in August 2007. Thank you.
Can you speculate why the Prime Minister has this change of heart in wanting to meet with you?
Since my return on the 1st of August, there have been tremendous support for Hindraf. Up to yesterday, I think we had 47 roadshows throughout the country in about 3 months. And we have met close to about 60,000 people throughout the roadshows. The support for Hindraf is growing by the day, and it is an undisputable fact that Hindraf is a force that represents the marginalized Indian poor. We are their voice, the people know that, and the government, though have lived in denial, I think they now realize that Hindraf is truly the voice of the people, and hence we see this move by the government to engage us.
How do you think MIC feels about this?
We are not concerned about what and how they think. We have nothing to do with them. We are here to find a solution for the people's problem.
Do you think the Indian community is less confused now? Because before you came back, there seems to be a bit of a, confused state. Maybe it seems to be you were split in two groups. And now, for example, you've come back and you try to consolidate, but I think there's one person quite important that's not present here. So, what do you think are the feelings of your sympathizers?
Yes, there was a period of confusion. I think things are clear now as to who truly represents Hindraf. And I think you are making reference to Mr. Waythamoorthy. He has formed the Human Rights Party and is the Secretary General of the Human Rights Party. And we are making this stand as Hindraf, a people's movement.
Basically, a part of the confusion was caused by our detractors. Now our detractors themselves are helping us to clear the confusion. With Uday Kumar, the difference is in the approach, not in the objectives. Because you see, whatever we are saying is what he's saying, except that he's saying we need to take a different approach. So we've let him take whatever approach he's been thinking from the human rights part. But when it comes to Hindraf, it's becoming clear who is Hindraf, who represents who is the leadership of Hindraf.
So Hindraf will remain an NGO. There's no plan for it to become another political party.
Hindraf is truly a people's movement, I would say that.
Is there a time frame or timeline that you give the Prime Minister to leave the ban of Hindraf?
No, we leave it to him. According to the statement by Dato' Nazri, they are willing to meet us as soon as possible. So it would be good if they leave the ban as soon as possible as well. Then proceed from there onwards.
There's no timeline, there's only a sequence.
We are not in a position to reveal our blueprint at the moment. But I could just give you an example. One of the main problems faced by the Indian community is the issue of almost 350,000 stateless people, stateless Indians in this country. The solution for this would be this from us. The Constitution clearly says that anyone born in Malaysia after 31st August 1957 are citizens of this country. Now, after Merdeka, we know for a fact, based from documents that we obtained from England, that at that point of time there were close to about 30,000 stateless people in the country. Tunku undertook to resolve the problem within 2 years after Merdeka, but that was not done. It was a state failure, and hence the number today stands at almost 350,000. So we have come up with this suggestion, with this solution, that so long as two Malaysian citizens confirmed by a statutory declaration that they know person or couple A and B, who themselves must have been stateless, and they know for that number of years, and that they know that couple A and B have, say, 3 children or 4 children, and that they were born in Malaysia, and that statutory declaration by the two citizens of this country should be sufficient for the National Registration Department to issue them with a blue identity card. That should resolve the issue once and for all, because we do not believe in piecemeal solutions any longer to all the problems faced by the Indian community. That is one of the solutions, and I think it is the most practical solution, and it's a matter of political will to implement the solution.
you say that your support to any side will be contingent upon their side endorsing this blueprint?
At the moment, we have met Datuk Sri Anwar. We have discussed with him on the blueprint, and we are about to have more discussions with him. So we will take it from there. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, sorry, just one more. Will you be campaigning for any party for this coming general election?
We'll take one at a time.